2021 Pacifica recently was getting the auxiliary battery issue light on the instrument cluster, complaining about the stop-start system not working anymore. So shortly after that, I started needing to have to jump this to start it. I didn't want to rebuy two batteries because they're expensive, and financially I don't think it makes a lot of sense to spend 100, 150, 200, whatever those batteries are, to save very minimal amounts of gas. Now I'm all for efficiency and fuel economy and not having to pay more to go to the same distances, but $150 on a battery or whatever it costs exactly, I don't know, when it only lasts a couple of years. What's the payback on the fuel? Probably not really great. So, silly idea. I like the single battery systems better. Anyway, so I started reading about what to replace this with, and I thought it was a 94R battery, which is what this one is, and it's clearly not the same battery as what came out of it, but it fits on the tray. There's a divider between the two batteries that I have. Get yourself some wide mouth pliers and break that divider, and then then an H7 fits down in there. It's 100 more cranking amps, cold cranking amps, than the original battery. And it fits, everything fits. And then on the Pacifica forums, some guy was saying you can disable the voltage check on the stop-start battery and basically do this kind of conversion. I probably should have read about that before I got the battery. You can kind of do this conversion and still retain stop start with a single battery. So there's a box there that when the engine starts, there is a signal wire to it, and I believe it's probably just a very large relay. There's a signal wire in there. I'm guessing that so when the engine is off, the signal wire is off, so the relay will be open, and I think in the normally open position, or in the open position, it's probably a normally closed relay, sorry. These two batteries, when the engine are off, are physically connected via a relay in there, and when you start the engine, it briefly energizes the relay to separate the two batteries, checks the voltage on the auxiliary battery, and determines whether or not it's capable of running the stop-start system. So this nice person that came up with this said if you just disable the signal wire, which you can't really see now because they already got the battery in place, but there's a 2-pin connector down there that powers the relay. There's a locking tab. You just undo the locking tab and then get your finger under there, push it in on the retainer and unplug it. And he just says unplug it, and everything will work normally. No more stop-start error. It'll run stop-start with a single battery, and then what you need to do is tie up the cables, the negative and the positive, to the stop-start battery. So I took some plastic bags, wound it around the connector, and then used Scotch 33 nice electrical tape and taped it up real solid so that it doesn't make contact anywhere. I did that to both, and then the next thing I need to do is just zip tie this somewhere where it will not be able to move around, thereby safely making the auxiliary battery connections not touch anything. Anyway, all that said, it seems that with a very slight physical modification, you can put an H7 in the Pacifica, get more cold cranking amps, still retain stop-start by disabling that thing, and save yourself some money. There you go. That should be it. I've started it, works fine. Haven't run it yet for stop-start, but by all reports, should be fine.